for being accidentally over-medicated by the family maid. It is said her spirit still roams these hallways looking for her parents.
Can I ask you to hold this with your hand and just hold it still? Try not to shuffle it. For some reason, something is trying to communicate with you. And as an investigator, I want to find out why.
Man, this moment right here, I'll never forget this.
Yeah, she'll never forget that.
She'll never forget it.
Can we leave for just 5 minutes?
Oh, leave me up here by myself?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on now.
She was great.
Right.
This spirit has probably been trying to give you a message since you've been here, but you just can't hear what that spirit is trying to tell you. 3 minutes?
I'll try to answer some questions.
Okay, good. Let's go.
Don't turn the channel because you're going to want to know what was captured on that recorder that she is holding.
Brought to you by
Here we go, part 2, check me out. Once again, now where do I start? Dear love, I'm struck with the prologue to find you here. Every morning I wake from a cavernous night, sometimes still pondering the previous plight. Seems life done changed, long time no speak. Nowadays I often forget the day of the week, taking it by stride if you know what I mean. No harm done, no offense taken by me, so let's rap, we'll catch up to Paul. What's the half, perhaps we even closer. Now after all things considered on the side of the planet, couldn't pick a better time even if we planned it to come clean and candid. If I have to, I wouldn't trade for your laughter. Sweet and sour spice in my poetry, pop melody, even better than the real thing. It's like the God in me, saw the devil in you. I wanted to break myself in the worst way when I met you. Who would have thought conversate by the river, celebrate birds, sit and delivered the lines that prove to be the seeds of trust. Unsigned, yeah, but destined to grow sunshine. Self-assigned task piled on the desk of good words. Knowing hardship, appreciate the best of both worlds. C'est la vie, as they say, L-O-V-E, evidently see every song has a sequel. Never same, everything but the name. All fresh, just like back then, how we do every day. C'est la vie, as they say, L-O-V-E, eloquently see every dream has a part two. Never say you got to keep it tight always, just like back then. To hear me out. Once together now, where do we go? Dear divine, I pray that you keep watching over us. From the heavens where light is the nucleus, to the space filled with darkness and negative matter. Anti-gravity pull us what I'd rather feel when I leave this shell eventually. Ties to the mother earth ground me mentally. Real vibes keep me alive spiritually. Imagination brings bliss at no cost. When I blink, I receive at no loss. Victory comes in small packages like a leaf off an olive tree. Brought back by a dove from above, then I'm gonna rhyme love. We saw that we're coming ever since the beginning of the end. Well, anyways, I'm not a perfect being. Yes, I am a man full of S-I-N. It's like the devil in me saw the God in you. You epitomize the etymology of enthusiasm. Look it up, there lies the clouds that form the rain that came from the ocean that flow from the river. I'm a believer, firm with the first words, lyrical transceiver of our ancient roots. Science plus arts multiplied by faith, then divided by the number of our ethnic race. Let me mention what I've been thinking, how to save the children when the ship is sinking. So I'm singing, no lip syncing, slogans, political hooligans with tank missiles and guns. Everything is relative when it's all in the family. Oh man, understand the time has finally come to realize the great power of one. All formulas equalize under the sun. Amen. Yeah, the rhymes will heal cause I believe in music. In times of need I won't believe in music. The beat plus the melody, the rest.
We have convinced Michelle to conduct an EVP session in the attic of the Stone Lion Inn.
Well, they want me to ask you a couple of questions.
Let me hear. Let me hear.
This moment with
yeah.
Michelle,
Oh, yeah.
when we
That
left
EVP.
her alone, that was one of the most craziest moments to this investigation.
Did that night that I stayed here, did that really happen to me? Or was it a dream? And if it wasn't a dream, who were you that climbed into bed with me?
She was a good
She
sport.
was a
though.
good sport. I thought
did it.
that was cool. And she didn't want to be up there alone.
You can tell how much this has affected her.
Big time.
Is she in here with me?
I like doing this, Zach, because this is like being there with her in the room. It's great when we listen in on someone.
But we're monitoring her too. She was scared, and we
Right.
kind of pushed her to do this.
Yeah, if anything bad happens,
If anything
you want
bad
to
happens,
be
we
able to
want
get
to be
in
there to help her.
Can you tell me the purpose of the dream I had? This is enough. I'm ready to go.
What'd she say?
This is enough.
This is enough?
I'm ready to go.
She's
Yeah,
throwing in
she's
the
done.
towel right now. She's done.
She just said this is enough.
So when you go to a location and you investigate the location, you want to find out what the hot spot is.
Yeah.
But when you go to a location like this, you want to find out what the hot person is, because the person could be having the spirits attached to them.
Right.
True.
And in this case, it happened to be her.
Here's what just happened. You were doing EVP review.
Right.
You got out of the third floor, and I asked you to stick around, and you got in the car and took off.
I came back though.
I know, because we called you. She wanted to get out of here fast.
She bailed.
Told her to stay, and she was
You
just like,
gotta
I'm
go.
out.
Hey, can you come back? We want to show you something.
Well, I mean, if you were her, would you want to hear the evidence?
So here's where Smiles turned serious, because I told you if we did get something, we would let you know, and we did get something. It's a little weird.
This is the moment. We didn't know if it was her voice.
I don't remember you cussing up there.
I didn't.
Did you ever say the F word?
No.
We're gonna play it because it's right after you referencing the dream.
So at this point, we didn't watch the footage. That's because it was so in the moment.
Can you tell me the purpose of the dream I had?
You remember saying that?
Okay, now listen. You see this waveform here? This.
We haven't
We're gonna
played it
play it, and we want you to listen to it, and I want you to tell me if you said this.
It was her voice.
It was her voice. F him or F.
She never
something.
cussed.
No.
I'll play it again.
Sounds like
F him, F her.
Yeah, that was
You
loud,
gotta remember, we
too.
just
Look at
did
that.
this, so it's fresh in everybody's mind, even hers.
Yeah.
It sounded like it said.
yeah. That's why we have a little situation right now. We can't even play this for everyone watching because this we think says F him, F her, and then a vocal at the end of that.
This is what pisses me off, is that we can't play this for the viewers.
Yeah.
And it was that good of an EVP.
Can you tell me the purpose of the dream I had?
Look at her. She's like,
Crystal clear.
Is this your voice?
No.
We can't wrap our head around that. We can't understand.
I don't know.
it's pretty clear.
We should get the cameras. Can we do playback right now?
We ended up going through the footage, frame by frame.
I love that we do this.
If it's on the video, you talking right there, we know it's you.
Oh, Lord.
Let me see, Aaron.
I'm gonna let you stop it.
Suspense is killing me.
Ready?
Yeah.
Is she in here with me? Can you tell me the purpose of the dream I had?
There's nothing there.
Why would a human spirit mimic her voice?
What if
Maybe it's a territorial.
Answer that.
it has to draw energy to manifest, right?
Yeah.
So what if it draws the energy
Uses
to
her
manifest
vocal-
from her vocal
Yeah.
Her sounds.
tones or things like that?
She said in there that the spirit came in behind her and cuddled her. Maybe it's a territorial spirit or something, and that,
Because
and,
it didn't-
And it was like
the
Or it
spirit.
touched her wavelength that it could actually speak her wavelength. I don't know. I'm guessing.
Clearly, Michelle is not speaking on the raw footage recorded by her X-cam. And yet, the digital recorder running at the same moment in time has unmistakably captured a distinctly aggressive voice.
I haven't heard something like that in a very long time, and be able to prove on the video and the recorder that that voice doesn't match up from these two mediums. I'm 99.9% that that is a spirit voice.
Do you find dolls
Your vibe truly brings out the best in me. The rhymes will heal cause I believe in music. In times of need I won't believe in you sick. The beat plus the melody, the recipe. All good souls lost, may they rest in peace. The rhymes will heal cause I believe in music. In times of need I won't believe in you sick. The beat plus the melody, the recipe. Your vibe truly brings out the best in me. The rhymes will heal cause I believe in music. In times of need I won't believe in you sick. The beat plus the melody, the recipe. Hip hop worldwide, we got to live in peace like that. And now
Make the mic live.
resurrection.
Make the mic live.
It's funny how the music put times in perspective. How the soundtrack to your life and perfect it. Whenever you are feeling blue, keep walking and we can't get far. It's funny how the music put times in perspective. How the soundtrack to your life and perfect it. Whenever you are feeling blue, keep walking and we can't get far. Wherever you are, like a movie that you can't predict, like a book that you can't resist. A sing-along song that's so sensual. Bring along stuff to make it so sexual. Verbally, that is, make you love to the music means vibe to the beat at night. With the whole city fast asleep, how cold true words seem to ride. The my lips take hold of a part of me most powerfully. I feel free when the world doesn't know to me. It's so hard to find a gig that lives up to the billing. Try and find a reason to work out, well it not me. My thinking is wishful, like a star upon a chair, gazing up to the ceiling. How far do we have to stretch the truth to fit the lifestyle borrowed and overdue? We can take it all back to the register and start all over from the canister. Just break it all down in a piece of bright moments that pass by like you need it, alright. Throw on your favorite reel, that's good to go. On the analog play, watching people glow. Sit back, let the breeze and let the memories flow. Comedy, tragedy, all the highs and lows. It's funny how the music put times in perspective. How the soundtrack to your life and perfect it. Whenever you are feeling blue, keep walking and we can't get far. Wherever you are, wherever you are, whenever you are, wherever you are. Like a move that I can't predict, like a look that I can't resist. The tingling feeling was so mutual. The lingering appeal was so unusual. Herbally, what is medicine to a lone soul can become poisonous. With the whole city fast asleep, how cold true vision seemed to come to the eye. Take hold of a prophet of me most.
We have a couple different layers of history here. Becky, she does the murder mystery theater, and yet I think that she is at the center of our own murder mystery. This guy, once he dies, they are using his body as a prop. What if we go to the cemetery and ask Elmer McCurdy's spirit if he has been conjured by the owner of the Stone Lion?
That's cool.
Sounds crazy, but we all know that we communicate with spirits.
I love this.
Oh my God.
This was probably
when
one
we
of the
showed
hardest
up there,
setups.
though, remember how windy it was?
Yeah, it was terrible. Like trying to keep that
You and
tent.
Jay went.
It was so windy right here.
We have placed a tent over Elmer McCurdy's gravesite and have created a man-made electromagnetic portal by using a video phone connection from here at Elmer's grave. And on the other end, we have Aaron and Billy at the Stone Lion Inn.
And it's so cool you put a tent
Look at
on
that.
the grave.
Well, we had to. Like it was
We
crazy.
put a tent on the grave. It was like an archaeological day. Jay's getting ready to start the infrasound, and we're literally going to try to wake the dead.
The good thing about infrasound, it actually travels through cement.
This is, I feel like, when Indiana Jones is digging for the Ark.
All right, the infrasound's coming out right now. You can literally feel the vibrations of it. I'm gonna point this speaker down on top of his grave.
Into the ground, like.
What's the best thing?
Hey,
Exactly.
William McCurdy,
Right?
are you in there?
Yeah.
Elmer, you will feel this energy that is on top of your grave. This energy creates a path that you can travel to the other end of it. The other end of it is the Stone Lion Inn. Can you travel there and give them a message?
We kind of created an electromagnetic spectrum path of electromagnetic energy, setting up a Skype session going from one point to the other point where we want that spirit to travel to and from. Elmer, is it true that your spirit was haunting everyone who disrespected your body?
No response.
Ask on your tombstone, who does it say you're shot by?
It says hang. Wasn't he hung in a movie when they used his body? Didn't they have him hung up?
That's how they found him.
They found him hung up, right? And that's when his arm got ripped off, right?
Right. You know what I'm
It
saying?
says yes, look.
Yeah, yes.
It just added the word yes.
Yes.
It added the word, that's what's so crazy.
Asked the question.
It was incredible.
I didn't even touch it.
They used his body as a hanging prop.
Right. And so when I just told you that, it says yes underneath the word.
Like you got it right.
Yeah.
Like he just agreed with you. Ask who just answered this question.
Homicide.
Homicide.
It said homicide? He was murdered.
He was.
You know what the scary thing about that is that it makes you think like you could be aware of what's going on with your body after death.
Yeah.
Like that's scary because you
Yeah, it
can't
is.
stop. You
especially
can't be
'cause
like,
he's
hey,
stuck.
I'm
Yeah.
alive. Get me down from here. Like you're stuck. That's terrifying, actually.
He's giving us signs that this is him, Zach.
Okay, then you know what? Since you're getting those signs, turn on the spirit box and Aaron go to town with that.
Okay.
Okay. Elmer, are you the ones that are answering our questions on this box right here?
Who's with us right now?
Hang.
Twice now.
Twice. On a different device.
Yeah.
We just received the word hang with additional confirmation, and now on a different device, we hear the spirit's voice as he tells us hang for a second time. What is Elmer trying to tell us about his death?
Who's with us right now?
Hang on the paranormal puck. Hang on spirit
It's
box.
incredible. You can't argue with it because it's not just coincidentally happening on one device. Who comes here and talks to your spirit? Why did they pour concrete over your body? As I ask, who talks to your spirit at the gravesite? Billy types it in at the Stone Lion Inn, and it appears Elmer is confirming to us that he communicates with a person who has the ability to comprehend his emotions. Could he be referring to Becky as the empath? Her, she's the empath.
And two, she has such a connection with him, and she's like keeping his spirit alive by doing these shows and doing
And maybe
all
he
their
enjoys that.
performances. Yeah.
Elmer, what are you doing? Phone! It says phone, Zach.
Is Elmer validating that he is communicating with us through this video phone connection? Elmer, how did you die?
Elmer, how did you die? It says hang again.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Can you believe that?
Again.
The so
That
incredible.
shows that spirit is intelligent.
Science says that it has to be able to be replicated. Is it being replicated
That's
right
three
now?
times.
Yes, that's 3 times.
There you go.
Because Elmer died so suddenly from being shot to death, did his spirit think that he was still alive? And was he still attached to his body while it was being used as a hanging prop in the Long Beach funhouse, thinking that he really did die when his body was being hanged?
Ask him are we getting this right?
Oh, we're getting it right, Zach.
Every response.
That was blowing me away.
Getting
man.
it all right. Isn't that crazy?
How exciting is that when it goes bam, 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 bam?
To receive the word hang 3 times and to have one of those times be our only spirit box voice is to us irrefutable proof that we have made contact with Elmer McCurdy. It is now time to head back to the Stone Lion Inn, where the 4 of us will encounter one of the most compelling poltergeist-driven lockdowns to date.
I recommend Nature-Made vitamins.
I see clear when the world doesn't show it to me. It's so hard to make sense in the cycle of billing. Trying to find a reason to quit and make a killing. I admit, my thinking is wishful, like a star upon a child staring down from the ceiling. How far do we have to stretch the picture before pixelating the human texture? We can take it all back to the register and start all over from a canister. Let's save it all up for one ultimate prize. Homecoming gathering with the big surprise. Throw on your favorite record, that's good to go. On the analog table and a circuit blow. Sit back with easy, hear the MC flow. Hi-hat, kick drum, all the highs and lows. It's funny how the music put towns in perspective. How the soundtrack to your life and perfect it. Whenever you feel the blue, keep walking and we can't get far. Third time the charm. Hopefully when a time on your door you still let me in after all these years. The room that you carried in my heart is exactly the same as you left it. I realize that you have moved on. New styles and clicks like them silent flicks. I'm speechless in this golden occasion. The beautiful expression on the silver creation.